Hi guys, welcome back. Gary's here. Not much to do today. He was hoping a new headlight had arrived. I think he's going down the Dominator route. That wasn't on camera, but I wish it was. Gary just bumped his head. Are you going down the Dominator headlight route?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Now that people are mixed about the Dominator headlight on the Bandit. I'm not sure myself. I like a nice round light. I was just talking to Gary about his channel. What's your channel called? I should know it.
It's called Mr. Through Traffic.
That's right, Mr. Through Traffic.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Through Traffic. And what we were talking about, and it's okay to share a little bit, is that when you watch other people ride, you judge them. When you watch other people ride, you judge them. Gary is quite, what would you call it? You're an enthusiastic rider. You like a bit of throttle.
A little bit of dopamine.
You like a bit of throttle. He's not ridiculously breaking the rules. Let's be honest. He's not ridiculously breaking the rules. He's not popping wheelies. He's not making huge mistakes. But he does like a bit of throttle. And what I was just telling him was that you've got to be really careful. There's people out there, there's really sad people out there who will take his own footage and use it against him. Not just to him, but to the police, for example. So we're kind of discussing safe ways to keep filming. Disclaimers in the comment section or in the description, you know, showing that whatever it is you're showing, whether your speedo might not be accurate or whatever. And actually, maybe toning it down when filming and having more discussion. And stuff like that. Gary, your chain needs lube.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, I might have some in there. I will have some in there. Yeah, even some WD's better than nothing. So today, Gary's going to be changing his own brake pads, and I'll kind of talk him through it. He's actually done it a couple of times now on different bikes, or maybe even a few times. So a tiny bit of guidance. What I forgot to tell you, Gary, was to get some brake cleaner. I forgot to get some, but hopefully the piston's alright. We can give it a little blast with whatever we've got.
I mean, I done it like 3 months ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. These pads are so low. They're so low. Look at that. You can see it. Look, absolutely nothing on them. Okay, so I think on this occasion, what I'll do is I'll film Gary's work, and then I'll upload my version, and then Gary can do an edit for his channel and upload his version for his channel. And what I would do if I was you, Gary, was I'd simplify. I would say how to change your rear brake pads. I would do your first how to re-edited on your channel. So you might cut these into really short clips and say undo the caliper, or there are 2 bolts to undo the caliper, and then, you know, cut, and then blah 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 blah. But we'll see how it kind of flows. If we're really unlucky, Rabjab will turn up soon. If we're really unlucky, Sultan will turn up soon. Now here's first lesson with Allens. Make sure they fit.
Make sure you had breakfast.
Are you doing the right bolts there?
You need to do this too, then this one goes down. I think I need to do this one first.
I think I double check that, because I can't tell from here, but normally the bolts you're doing now are the ones that hold the caliper to itself.
So I need to do this and that.
Yes, instead of the Allen keys. Yeah, because the Allen keys are the caliper. They hold the caliper together. Sometimes you need to split it.
Do you know where's your ratchet?
12. My guess is that's a 12. 13 or 14. Not bad. So instead of it being Allen bolts, when taking off any bolt like that one there, I always try and put a touch of grease or something on it before it goes back in, just a tiny bit. Again, even if it's just a spray of WD-40. I know what people always say, WD-40 is water replacement, blah blah blah. But actually it does also leave a very fine oil on things. It is a lubricant as well, but yes, not as good as a strict lubricant. So are you sure you need to take the arm off? Would it not
very
just...
hard then to...
Is it?
Yeah.
What, just kind of annoying?
Yeah, I mean, we can try.
See if the 12... Because it will pivot down, but you're right, it might be awkward. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And it's very hard to put the...
If I was you, then push it back up so that you've got... So that you can undo the bolt or undo it to the wheel. Is it the same size, 12?
I don't think so.
I found an old garage, Gary.
Where?
It's only up the road.
Yeah.
And it's an old garage. It closed down maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
But make sure you're going the right way. I think you're... Yeah, I've messaged them about... Nope.
Another way around?
Yeah. That one will be up, the other one will be down. Yeah, I've messaged them about how much it is, but it's massive. I think it's probably too big for what I would need.
How much?
I think it said 10,000 square foot. Yeah, I think it said 10,000 square foot.
Is it expensive?
Don't know yet. I'm waiting for them to contact me back. I mean, I have a feeling. I mean, I really don't know square footage, but I have a feeling 10,000 is massive. I don't need that. I don't need that big. It's still something I'm considering.
When they're going to close on this one?
What's that?
When they're closing down these?
This 6 or 7 years
Plenty.
maximum. So the alternative will be to have a little garage where I'm doing servicing, just basic services, oil, spark plugs, just in and out services. That will kind of help fuel the channel and take over my whole life, really. Cool, so see what Gary's done. He's now stopped it just pivoting up and down, and he can now pull the whole caliper away. There you go. At least as far as...
Wow, look at it. It's literally nothing.
It's pretty low. I think these pistons will need a good clean. I've got some products that will give it a bit of a clean. So what holds these on, is it?
Yeah, pin.
Ah.
So I need to take these off.
Oh, yes. Are you sure you had them out not long ago?
I promise I did
They
it
look
like
dry.
three
They look bone
months
dry.
ago. I mean, if you can see this way, you see it's quite clean. For the
Yeah.
Here's
Oh.
dirty, but here I cleaned it.
Not on this bike, guys, but one of the biggest issues on some of these bikes that have been sitting are these pins. They just don't come out, and if they don't come out, it's
easy.
over. What you can do is split the calipers where Gary was earlier using the Allen bolts, if them pins will never come out.
And then the pins, I need to punch it.
There you go. This is where it gets a bit... Now, you got to be a bit careful, Gary, because the pins, the pads do float up and down them pins. So you can move them towards the ends like you're doing. But what I've done in the past is use one of the picks to turn it. Here. Yeah, here. If you get a pick in and you just turn it, once it's turned... Yeah, try that. Once it's spun, there you go, exactly. Once you get some movement, then the rest is kind of okay. So, it's actually been like 3 or 4 hours. And do you remember me saying the bloody pins get stuck? And Gary said, nah, I had these pins out in September. He did have the pins out in September, but one was absolutely fully seized shut. So we've been spending hours. We've actually cut the old one out, as in cut it in half. We've got a temporary pin from a spare bike for now, but next week we'll be doing a full service of this caliper, popping the pistons out, changing the fluid. It's in a state, actually. It needs a good full service. So next weekend, Gary's bought a service kit. That's what we'll be doing. But for now, we've got it on. It's safe, it's secure. It will do the job. But it's worth servicing it properly just for kind of peace of mind I think. Don't force it, Gary. Do it by hand first.
We're just looking for another direction.
Oh, that's the front one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, annoyingly, not much filming done because you would have seen us smashing and bashing and sawing one little retaining pin right after I said they get seized solid. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But next week we will do a proper job. Rabjab was as much help as he normally is.
He did.
What? Rabjab helped doing what?
I cut the thing off.
What thing?
The bolt.
You cut the old pin?
Yeah.
Do you know what? That is helpful.
I was drilling and everything. I was drilling.
Yeah, but drilling what? Just the wall.
I didn't do the wall too.
Yeah.
Just want your money off.
So, final touches. So, to be clear on what's not right, we took a spare pin off a spare bike, and we kind of powered it in, but it's just not the right pin. These are fine. It will be safe. A tiny bit of the old pin snapped in the end piece. So our biggest concern is that the new pin isn't seated as well as we'd like. Next week's challenge will be to drill out the old pins, the old touch of a pin properly to fit in the new ordered pin that we've got. Shot every time we say pin. Just chuck that in here, Gary. Just closest, mate. We'll just leave it simple this week, like every other. So Gary does have a safe rideable bike home with a new rear pads. You'll have to be a bit easy on the pads anyway, Gary, because they bed in, mate. They take a while to scratch in. And then we're going to look for a little break in the rain, and we're going to go home. But me being the smart one, Gary came on a bike in the rain. Rabjab came on a bike in the rain. Look at that bad boy up there. Look at that, eh?
Yeah.
See that? You know what that's called? That's called a roof and heating, and you can even listen to music, mate.
Yeah,
and do you know what? In my particular car, you can heat the seats.
Yes, me.
Yeah, whatever. What? Yeah, sitting on your exhaust. Yeah.
We got real hardcore bikers.
The hottest you get is when you put your knobs on the exhaust.
We hardcore.
Mate, you have to be hardcore and stupid. Not stupid.